Testing, testing. Yes, testing, testing. Yeah. What's up, yo? What's up, everybody? Got my Mutron working. It was a little problem last week. You know what the problem was? It wasn't plugged in. That's the problem. What's up, Reddit? That was a problem with my Mutron last week. It was not plugged in. But it is now. Yes. So, what's up today, everybody? I gotta set this thing though. Mutrons are very touchy. They can overload or overdrive real easy. If you hit it too hard, it can overload or overdrive. So yeah, you gotta watch it. You had a problem with your Mutron, Sam? So what's happening today? So I'm just doing a live stream. I'm testing out equipment again. Had some questions last week about some of the equipment I use, and I wasn't unprepared. I wasn't prepared for that. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit today of what I work with, especially when I'm sitting here in front of the camera and I make these videos. So I'll start out with my bass. My bass. Not plugging in stuff. You got to plug the stuff in. So I'll start out with this is my Deluca bass. I had this made for me back in 2013. It's based off of the Stu Ham Urge bass. If you guys know what that bass is, it has a 3 pickup configuration. It has jazz pickups, so it can be a jazz bass. It can be a P bass by itself with just the middle pickup, or it can be a PJ. So it's actually 3 basses in one, or it could be a PJ bass, right? And these knobs make all that happen. Okay, so I had this custom made way back in 2013. And let me see what the knobs are here. So we have the volume. Each pickup has its own volume. Okay, so this is a neck pickup. Middle pickup for the P bass, bridge pickup back here for this knob right there. Let's see if you guys can see that. And then I have the tone controls. Okay, I have a treble, mids, and then I have bass. Now I have a mid pull knob here. That's a mid boost. And then I have one of these other knobs. This one, active to passive. So it's in active mode now. Then as you see the volume drop, that's now it's in passive mode. So I had that made. And what else? It's a, as you can see, it's a 4-string bass because that's what I do. And then I have a D tuner here, so I can drop it down. This is old school now. This is the way we used to do it, but now we have pedals that can drop the whole bass down at the same time to do the whole thing for you. So that's basically my bass. This is my Deluca bass. You can see it's been through a lot of, in the past 7 years, I've been wearing the hell out of this bass. But this is my main bass that I use on gigs. Been through the wars a little bit, kind of beat up, and but it still sounds pretty good. Now, I like keeping my strings kind of dead. A lot of people like changing their strings a lot. So I like keeping my strings kind of dead. But even these are a little too dead now. Time for me to get rid of these strings, man. Put some new ones on. They've been on a long time, so it's time to change these out. So let me take the Mutron off. So let me see which pickup I got. So this is all middle pickup. So that's the middle pickup. Now here's the that's the bridge pickup. Just the jazz pickup in the back. Oh, wait a minute. Shh, no wonder it sounded fatter than it should. I had the neck pickup on at the same time. So let's try that again. This is the bridge pickup. That's probably why the Mutron was acting up so much. So that's the bridge pickup by itself. Okay, turn that down. Now here's the middle P bass pickup. And then here's the neck pickup. Okay, so I forgot how to play that song. I forgot how to play that. So that's my bass. Just join. How do you say your name? Taichetto bass? Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Arlette Lee. I think I know you. Yes, hello. So that's my bass. That's what I like looking at. That's what I like playing. So I just want to do a quick live stream, talk about that. Also, I was asked a question about my equipment, my amps that I use on stage. So I actually brought them in. So this is one of them. TC Electronics, right? What the hell's model is this one? I can't even. It's a 250 watt amp. I can't remember which model this is, but this is it right here. This is one of them that I use, right? I think it's a BH250, right? And then the other one that I use on stage, this is the main one right here. This is the main one. This is the BH500, okay? What I like about my amps, what I always look for in amps is, of course, all the tones, you know, all the EQ possibilities, bass, low mids, high mids, treble. Okay, but I always want a tuner on mine. Always want a tuner on my bass. Okay, and then what's cool about this one is you can use their tone prints, and you can add their effects to it too. Okay, and it's got a mute switch on it. You know, gain control, main volume up and down. Okay, that's what I like using this. Also in the back, you have your one speak on output in the back. You have for pedal right here. You can do headphone. It's a headphone jack if you want to just practice. You can pop in an iPod in there or iPad and play some music through while you're practicing. And then you have your XLR out for your front of house mixing guy. And you can do a pre or post signal to the mixing board. So that's why I like it. And it's small. I just put both of these in a bag and carry them with me. And I carry two in case one dies on me. Okay, so that's why I do. So that's why I carry 2 amps, because you never know. I've been on gigs where they die, and then you stuck, man. You stuck. So that's what I do with this. That's what I do with my amplifiers. And the cabinets I use are TC Electronics RS210s and RS212s. That's what I use when I'm playing live. So that's what I do. That's my amps. Now, there are some gigs where I don't use amps. And this is another bag that I carry with me. It's a gator bag. It's a black gator bag. So I carry this bag with me. So let me do this. Let me take this bass off and put it. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Yes. So let's do this right. Let's do this right. Okay. So this is a bag I carry with me. It's got my effects in it. I don't carry it most of the time. I don't carry the big effects pedal around pedal board anymore because I like to get in and out. So this is the pedal that I use for the majority of my gigs right now. It's a Zoom B3. Okay. You have 3 different things going at once. Okay. And what I like about it is in the back, I can go straight into the mixing board. It's got a balanced out in the back. So I can go left and right output into my amp if I want, the left output into my amp. And then it's got a phone jack in the back so I can practice with it. It's got a ground lift and pre and post like my amps do. And it's got a USB jack there so you can link it up to the computer and do some things. And what else it's got? Some kind of power switch. Eco power switch. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, but what I like about it is the balanced out. Okay? That's what I like about it. Okay? And you can definitely, if you don't, a lot of gigs I do, like church gigs and things like that, I don't have an amp. So this covers everything. It's got a tuner built into it. It's got tons of sounds. I tend to only have 3 things going that I use on a gig: an envelope filter, octave pedal, and maybe some kind of overdrive for the different songs we'll play. Okay, so that's what I keep in this bag. Of course, my cables, and then I have a Shure wireless unit that I keep in there. Also, if I ever want to go wireless, so I keep that, handy. I don't use it all the time. It just depends on the gig. But these are really good too. I forgot what model this is, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. What else do I got in there? I don't have my drop pedal, drop my drop pedal in there. So I also have this thing. Now this is a little switcher for your microphone. So what this is called a Hot Shot DM1. It's by Radio. So when I do gigs with my band, I have a talkback set up. So each of my band members can hear me talking to them on the microphone. So like I got a microphone like this, right? So I hit this switch and I can talk directly to the band and nobody else can hear me. But when I let the switch up, it goes to the front of the house and I can talk to the crowd. So like I said, most of the time it's set up so I can, in between songs, I can talk to the crowd like I'm doing right now. And then when I need to say something to the band in private or call out a song, I hit the switch and hold it down. And then only the band can hear me when I talk. Then I let it go. Very, very useful pedal. This is great for you band leaders out there, or music directors who are calling out songs and calling, you take the solo here, you come in right here, you're giving direction. This is great pedal for that. That way you only have one mic on stage too. You don't have to have two mics, one for that and then one for talking to the crowd. Just one mic plugged into that. You see right there, two XLR ins and one XLR, one XLR in for the microphone, and then two XLRs out. One to the talkback system and one to the crowd. That's what I carry around with me, and then I always carry extra cables and that good stuff. So that's what I carry around for the gigs that I don't have. I'll carry these all the time anyway, along with my amp stuff. Sometimes I'll hook that pedal board up into my amp, and then if I want that sound. So that's basically my stage sound right now. So that's what I do right now. So that is it for my sound. Also, too, I'm gonna show you my pedal board here at the compound here. Let me show you. I got a little mobile camera. Let me get that all set up here. Let me show you my little pedal board here. Let me move some things around so I can see. Boom. Right there. So now you see the pedal board that I have right here in my little setup here. I have the Boss Looper pedal. What's that? RC20 XL. Then I have the Zoom B1 on. Okay. And then I have just a basic tuner pedal. And then there's the Mutron, y'all. Old school, original 70s Mutron by Musictronics, right there. See how old that is? That thing's old as dirt, man. But it still gets it done. Also, too, what I run is everything's sound. My sound is coming through this right now. I use this for everything. This is a Sans amp, a bass fly rig. You see it's got compression in it. This is another rig that I use too. I use this rig mostly when I was doing church stuff. I could just plug in and I could do any amp sound, any setup, just like a typical Sans amp. So you got the Sans amp pedal in the middle with the glowing lights, the yellow amber lights. Then you have the compressor on the right side with the red lights. Then you have a boost pedal, a boost foot switch right there, and that turns on that fourth red light, and you can boost it for solos. You can adjust the level, right? And then on to the left, those are effects. So the far left, it's a tuner built in. You'd hold that down, that far left foot switch, and then it goes to a tuner. And then you just tap it once, and then it goes to a chorus, okay? And then the knobs above that, one's a chorus knob that you can adjust your chorus up and down. And then the one that says octa, right? It can be an octave pedal, and it can be, with turning the knobs, you can do fuzz sounds, or you can do envelope filters, right? The three sounds that I like, right? Now, I'm not a big fan of the envelope filter on this pedal at all. I don't like it. So Um, I'm not a big fan at all. But the octave pedal is pretty good. The chorus is pretty good. I'm not a big user of chorus, but that it sounds okay. And the fuzz is okay on it too. So this is a very useful pedal. It's got a lot of stuff built into it. So like say if you go to a gig, right? And they say, "Oh, we got our own amp. You don't need to bring your amp." Right? And you believe them, right? Always carry a pedal like this with you, just in case their amp is no good. You could always plug in this pedal or whatever pedal you like, and then you'll get to sound pretty close to what you want. So always carry some kind of stuff with you, especially if somebody says, "Oh, we got our own amps. We got a bass amp already." You don't know what kind of bass amp that is. Even if it is a good brand, you don't know what condition it's in. So always carry, things like this with you. Okay, just like you carry extra bass with you. To me, you always should have two basses on a gig, especially if it's a professional gig. Um, but and an extra set of strings in case you pop a string. Um, but yeah, you want to carry your own sound with you no matter what. So if you do gigs where you don't have your own amplifier, or you trying to borrow somebody else's amp, get yourself a pedal, either like the Fly Rig or the regular Sans amp, or like this one here, the VT Bass Tech 21, right? Same company as the Fly Rig, right? But this one does different things. What's cool about this one, you can plug two basses into it. So you can have an A and a B, right? You see those lights right there, inputs A and B, right? You can have two basses. You can have a P bass, with a passive sound, and then you can have active bass, 5 string, whatever, on the other channel. And you just have EQ settings and gain settings for each one. So all you do is just pick the bass up, flip the switch on the pedal, and then you're good to go. Okay. So that is the pedal board. Like I said, I got the Zoom B1 there. Right now, I got it bypassed, and because I'm using the Sans amp, but it's got some pretty good sounds in it too. Um, a lot of a lot of these pedals you got to be careful because to me they only have like 10 useful sounds in them, right? They say, "Oh, we got hundreds of sounds. We got hundreds of sounds," but most of them are crap. I mean, they're not usable in a gig, and you end up having to either just use 5 to 10 patches in there, presets, or you have to create your own. And then the other last pedal there is the Boss Looper. It's a loop station. Okay, I don't use it as much as I used to. I used to use it back in the day for for playing songs. Let me see. See, I still have a loop. Remember that song Low? So I still have that in there. But that was before the iPad stuff. So I had a little loop of that song in there. That's from years ago. Man, it's still in there. So that is my pedal board that I use here in the Deluca studio. So let me make a switch back to my main switch. All right, good. All right, let me put this back. So that is, I want to just go over that real quick because last week I didn't have my shit together when y'all came in. Y'all started asking me questions about my equipment. So I want to make sure I covered that for you guys real quick. So that's my setup for the here in the studio and also out in the gigging world when I do gigs and stuff. So that's that. And thanks, Sam. You like my tattoo? Oh, that's so nice. You're so nice. Thank you very much. But I just wanted to do that. Little quick video. Not too much going on today. I'm gonna start working on some more songs for you guys. I got some suggestions for some new videos, so I'm gonna start working on those. And but thanks for watching, y'all. If you got any questions for me before I head out? If you don't, I'm gone, man. I got to go. I got to get to work. Got to get to work for y'all. Make some videos. And Let me read some of these comments here. Mm, yep, did a gig last Saturday, but I got coming up October 3rd for sure. Got a live stream with my band next weekend, the 19th. So there's no gigs this weekend. Um, you know, but yeah, next weekend's a live stream with my full band on Facebook. Did you guys know that Facebook is cutting out musical live streams starting October 1st? If you cannot play music on a live stream, recorded music or live music on a live stream starting October 1st. I just read that. And so that'll be probably our last live stream on Facebook. And I'm playing my acoustic bass, but mostly in practice mode. Not using it on gigs yet. Uh, Not yet. I'm not too comfortable with it yet, but I'll get there. But I could probably fake my way through, a few songs on that acoustic bass, no problem, easy. But the thing is, I want to do it right, and so, but yeah, I sit in here and I play tracks. I don't know if you guys ever heard of an app called iRealB. It's an app on the iPad, and I think it's on the Mac, and I don't know if it's on Android or anything, but it's like a it's a little it's an app that plays music, right? You can also you can make your own little charts, but it also can play little rhythms and stuff. And let me show you. But I practice to it. I practice that acoustic bass to it, and I think you got to pay for this app, but it's worth it because a good practice tool is booting up now. But you know, I'm just you know, let me see. So you could create your own like this. So right now it's just playing through a chord progression, right? So you can just sit there and you can change the tempo. You can change the key, to practice in different keys. And you can tell it how many times you want it to loop around. So, and if I wanted to add bass to see what they would do, right? You take the drums out, right? So it's got a Rhodes piano in there. But you can do that for different songs. But what's good about it, a lot of people upload jazz standards. And the name of the band is Busta Groove. So if you go to Facebook and you search Busta Groove Band, all one word, Busta Groove Band, or you go to bustagroove.com, busta-groove.com, you'll see what the band is. But the live stream will be on Facebook next weekend on the 19th, and that will be the last one, as far as I know. Because October 1st, Facebook is cutting out. You can do live streams, but you better not play no music on it. Recorded music, live music, anything. They threatening to, block your account, mute your stream, and in the extreme cases, they're threatening to delete your page. And so you might want to look that up, especially if you're thinking about doing any live jamming on Facebook Live. I read that last night that's what's going to be happening. So keep that in mind if you plan on doing anything. I'm looking at taking our live streams directly to our website. And also I've been hearing about Twitch. I don't know much about Twitch because I know Twitch is like a gaming website, and so I got to see what happens if my band live streams music over there. I got to read up on that and see what's happening. So, yeah, doing an app to slow songs down. I used to. Let me see. It wasn't an app. It was a. Damn, it's not in here. What did I do with that damn thing? It was a little Tascam device that would slow it down. I cleaned this office up and I took it out of here. I don't see it anymore. But what you could do now, there's a website. Well, yeah, a website called Quartify.net. chordify.net. CHORDIFY.net. Right? You have to sign up for a membership. But what it does, you paste in a YouTube video or you type in the search and somebody's already probably done it. What it does, it takes that song from a YouTube video and then translates it into chords like a chart, right? And what you can do is you play the song on the website and it marches along with the song and you see what chords, it doesn't break it down to actual notes, but it shows you what chord it is, right? What like a chord chart. And what you can do is you slow it down and you can loop it. You can slow it down and you can loop it. So if there's a song you want to learn and there's a passage that you want to learn, you can loop that certain passage and you can slow it down a little bit. But there used to be, I'm sure there's some websites on how to do other slowdowns too. I can't find that damn. I don't know what I did with that thing. It was a Tascam something, but it's not in here anymore. But yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, Buster Groove is the name of the band, y'all. Yeah, I know it. Facebook and YouTube are a trip. Like I told you guys last week when I do these live streams, when I make these videos, I always get flagged. No matter what song it is, there's always some kind of copyright thing. You know, when I do the reaction videos, when I'm just sitting here watching a band perform, I get copyright stuff. You can't do like I won't get copyright today because I'm doing a live stream and they're not playing anything, right? If I was playing a song and I played more than 30 seconds of that song, this thing would get demonetized or flagged. Okay, so you got to be careful, and now Facebook is doing the same thing, and, which sucks because, the bands are not playing out. And they're really hurting DJs too. This really started from DJs on Facebook playing, doing their sets on Facebook, playing, recorded music, doing their DJ sets. And they start getting flagged because of that, so, what's up, Sean? No worries, brother. No worries. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So next week will be our last live stream there, and then so I got to find something else after that. So I'm researching that. If you guys got any ideas of places to live stream that don't give people any problems, bands or DJs any problems about playing music, playing covers, let me know, and then I'll investigate. I'll investigate what's happening. But yeah, that's what's going on in the music world as far as playing covers these days, giving people problems. So what else we got here? Hey, no, thanks for the compliment, Mark, on the videos. Like I said, I got to get back to making them. What model Behringer? Which Behringer are you talking about? I got lots of Behringers, so which one are you talking about, man? Sean, which one are you talking about? Which piece of equipment? Because I have Behringer mixers. I have an X32 mixing board. I have an XR18 mixing board. The digital mixers. I have these digital interfaces that I use to, broadcast on YouTube. I have a Behringer mixer right here that's on my desk, an analog mixer. So I have a lot of Behringer stuff, man. People used to make fun of getting Behringer stuff, but they stepped their game up big time, especially in the mixer. Which one? You said that one. Which one? I just named like 10 of them, man. Which one are you talking about? You talking about the digital interface? That one, I'll just say that. Can you play 29 seconds of the Gap Band? The digital interface is a Euphoria UMC 404 HD. So it's 4 channels on this interface, right? But they have 2-channel ones. They have different models, right? This one is good for what I do here. Okay. I have a 2-channel one too that I use for the live streams for the band, just a left and right. But this one has 4 channels, so that's what I use for that. And you know, I there's more expensive models that are probably better, but for what I do, this is cool. This is cool. You know, so yeah, look that up. UMC 404 HD. That's what this is. Gap Band. What Gap Band? I haven't played a Gap Band song in a long time. I might be a little rusty. Let me see. It's been a while since I played a Gap Band song. See, I could probably play it on the bass and not get flagged. As long as there's nothing else there, it's just the bass and no guitar, no vocal, no keyboards. When that happens, then people get all in their feelings and get all butthurt and they want to flag a brother. So let me see. Let me see. Oh, this thing was still on. I thought I muted it. That's the wrong group. So let me see if I can get an octave pedal going. That's the octaver sound on the Sam's amp. I don't like that sound. You have to play with it. Let's see what sounds are there. Yeah. What's the other one? What's burned rubber? I'd have to hear it. Let me see. Now you got me curious. I'm going to play 10 seconds of Burn Rubber. Hold on. I can't remember the damn song. Burn Rubber by Gap Band. Burn Rubber on me.
Hey, get closer.
Hold on.
It still works.
See what you did?
Still works.
See what you did?
New one yet. Okay.
Let me see what this is.
I'm just curious. Why you wanna hit me, girl? Just because you're not for it. Why you wanna hit me, girl? Just because you're not for it. Why you wanna hit me, girl? Never had love with the pedal to the metal and burn rubber on me, Charlie. Oh no. You took my money, you took my time, made me think it feel fine. Then you up and ran away. Baby,
Yeah, I gotta. Damn. Man, it took me a minute. It took me a minute to remember that one. That's been a while. I used to play that one so much back in the day, but not anymore. But I like it. I like that one. Yep, you dropped a bomb on me. I can't remember any of the other Gap Band songs right now. So y'all hit me with stuff I haven't played in years. But there is a video on my channel of me playing Burn Rubber. So if you want to learn how to play Burn Rubber, or you dropped a bomb on me, I think there's videos on my channel that I did like 3, 4 years ago. Okay. That's probably the last time I played those songs live. So it's been a while. That's why I had to listen to it. Yeah, it took me a minute, but I'm back. So, what else we got here? What's your go-to riff when you practice? For me, it's haha, gets me. Yeah. I don't know. I should start noodling. Do a lot of pentatonic noodling. You know. Let's see. I like to do the old Parliament stuff. You know. That's Funkadelic actually, not Parliament. Funkad. Sir knows. I did a video on that one. Yeah, man. I got to do more warning reactions. That's another thing I got to work on. Got to listen to that. I got some suggestions. The gig last week was great, man. If you go to the Buster Groove Facebook page, Buster Groove Band on Facebook, you can see some pictures from it. So it was out. It was in a area right by the bay here in San Francisco area, and so it was a house looking over the bay, and so you had to observe the social distancing, right? So you had to, so everybody was spread out. So there was about 40 people there. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. And so it wasn't a gig to get paid or anything. It was just something to get out there and do something, right? It just get out there and actually play in front of people again. So it was cool. And so we did a 90-minute set, straight through, no break, right? And they were really appreciative. And we set out a tip jar and made like $350 on tips. So it wasn't too bad. Each band member made a couple bucks, you know. So it was cool and it was fun. The weather it was during here it was a heat wave going on, and also too we had these fires going on, so it was kind of hazy outside, so it was a little weird. But it was warm, so it was a nice day to be out there on the water, and so it was good. We played from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., which is the perfect time. It was just cooling off outside, and there was no wind, and we ended right before it got dark. So it was cool. It was cool. So, um, yeah, it was a fun thing. We're looking to do more of those. They call them porch concerts. So wherever you are in the country or wherever you're at, look to do porch concerts in the driveway of somebody's house, in their backyard, or in their damn porch. And what you do is you set up in the driveway or whatever, small systems. You use very small PA systems, very small amplifiers. You don't want to be loud. You don't want to disturb the neighborhood, right? You just want to be able to, for that immediate little area right in front of the house, maybe you can the sound can travel across the street. Everybody can sit in their yard, spaced apart. They bring out their lawn chairs or wherever they want to sit, and they watch you guys, and you just perform. It's not about being paid or anything. It's about just playing music, and people appreciate it because everybody's stuck in the damn house. They can't go to a club or a bar to watch music. They can't go to the movie theater. They can't do this. They can't do that, right? So they appreciate people donating their time playing music like that, and so that's what we did. We did that last Saturday, and it was cool. So you can see the pictures on the Facebook page of it, and you can see yours truly in the background playing bass. Yes. So that's what I was doing. Next week, though, we'll be back in our Studio BG doing that last live stream for Facebook. So that'll be the last thing we do. Yeah, front yard concert down there in Florida. Perfect. Yep, people were 6 feet away from each other. Some even more. What the guy did, it was funny. What the guy did, who put on this show at his house, he drew circles in the dirt. Like he has white paint. I think he used like white paint, like spray paint or something. And and he made circles, and he put them all 6 feet apart. And you know, and what they did, everybody stayed in their little bubble, right? And they would stand up, they would dance in place. Nobody was sitting there trying to dance with each other. They danced in their little spot. So everybody kept their distance. People wore masks, the ones that wanted to, and it was cool. So it was a good time. It was my first time doing that, but I've seen other people doing them for months in our area. So we finally found somebody who would host us, and it was a great thing. And I want to do it again. I want to do it again. So we're looking for other locations to do it before it starts getting cold outside. So Mark had a question. Discuss my practice routine. Thank you, Mark, for the super chat too. So my practice routine, what I do, you come in, you warm up. It's the boring stuff, right? And it depends, right? If I'm just noodling, I'll just noodle, and I practice. I always practice on stuff that I know first, just to get warmed up, like you said. Just you know play something that gets you going, right. And then what I'll do is I'll practice on stuff that I don't know. A technique. This is like my latest one, the muting, palm muting. I work on that. Try to get it solid. You can't really see. Let me back up a little bit. So I'll practice. Things like that. Now, that is just like general practice, right? But if there's a song that I need to learn for a gig or whatever, or a song I want to learn for a video, then I'll just come in, I'll listen to the song, and then I break the song down in sections. I'll listen to it. If it's a song that I've heard before, then I already know kind of the form. But if it's a song I never heard before, so let's just say it's a song I never heard before, I listen to it without the bass. Then I get the idea of the form, where the choruses and the verses and the bridge, guitar, if there's solos, and I listen to all that, right? And I listen to the bass, and I can, after you listen to bass a long time, you can kind of just listen to a song and the bass kind of pops out to you, right? Because that's what you focus on, right? If you're a drummer, you're going to focus on the drums or keyboards, whatever. So I break it into sections, okay, and then I say, okay, the verse bass line is this way. And then I make sure that the verse bass line is that way in every verse. Then I listen to the chorus. Is the bass line still the same in the chorus, or does it slightly change? Then I do that. Then I listen to the bridge, and then what I do is the same way I kind of teach you guys in videos. I break it in sections, right? I'll teach you the verse, teach you the chorus, the bridge, intros. If anything's different, I break it into a section. And then it's up to you. Then I'll put it together. That's what I do with you guys too. I break it into sections, put it together, and then you guys run with it after that. Okay? So that's how I learn different songs. Now, if it's a tough bass line that I'm not picking up, then I'll sit there and go, okay. That's when I get the things like my man mentioned about things slowing down, slowing parts down. Okay? That's when I'll go on Chordify or I'll go on the internet and pull up some sheet music, or something. Then I'll start using tools like that, to like if there's a certain part of a bass line I'm not getting, or I just see what's out there. I can tell by reading a piece of sheet music if that bass line makes sense to me because I'll play it. I go, that doesn't quite sound right, you know, that kind of thing. So I have plenty of tools, but first I always start with my ear. I always start with listening to the song and trying to learn it by ear. That's another thing I do because that's your most important tool is your ear. So that's my practice routine when it comes to just general practice, but then also if I have to learn a song. If you have to learn a song, to me, learning a song is fun, especially one that is challenging. Like You Really Got Me and songs like that. Those songs are great warm up songs, and people love them. They're fun. That's why I always teach you guys too is get these easy songs in your tool bag so you can always pull them out because those are people crowd favorites. People love those damn things. So that's my practice routine. And sometimes too, like today I had the 4 string, but I'll have a practice routine with the 5 string too, which is pretty similar. But you got that extra string on there, so you want to make sure you keep playing. Especially if you like the slap bass, you got to make sure you slap bass with a 5 string because it's a totally different animal. You might, instead of hitting the E, you might hit an A. I mean the B, the low B. So you want to make sure that you practice on both styles of basses if you have that. So Sam says, Miss Wish I was there. Watch my teacher play in his band. I'm having a band. Yeah. What band did your teacher play in? What kind of band, I should say? Was it a cover band? What kind of band was it? What kind of? Give me an example of some of the songs they did. And yeah, it's. I went and watched a musician last night because I booked a trio at a restaurant last night for October. I'm not gonna be playing on the gig. It's gonna be a singer, a saxophone player, and a guitar player. So they're like background music for a restaurant, right? And so I went there to check the place out and eat at the restaurant last night. And same thing, social distancing. It was outside, and but they had a solo guitar player up there. He played a lot of Latin stuff. He sang a little bit, and he played with backing tracks because he's solo. He's by himself, right? So he had bass and drums and other rhythm guitar on his thing, so he could sing and play solos and stuff. But he was pretty good. The problem was he didn't play enough stuff people recognized. Okay, and then I had heard that from the booking guy that the owner wants that. Okay, so that's another thing too. You got to play what people want to hear. Okay, when you play these cover gigs, especially cover gigs in restaurants, you got to play stuff that's familiar to the crowd. He was really good, the guy last night, but he didn't. He played a couple covers. He did "That's the Way of the World" by Earth, Wind and Fire. Um, he did some Santana, and he did a couple other things, Corazon Espinado and things like that, and Omo Como Va, I think that song's called. He did that. But most of the stuff was like his original stuff and stuff that I didn't recognize. And I'm like, It was good, though. It was good. But, you know, that's one thing you got to consider when you trying to get gigs at restaurants or wineries or even these porch concerts. Got to play stuff people recognize. Mix in your original stuff, but play covers too. Play stuff people recognize. That's my advice. So when you do an open mic, I play songs that have an easy bass line. Yep. But you got to challenge yourself too, man. That'll get you comfortable. But if you throw a couple in there that that challenge you a little bit and challenge the musicians that you're with, and take them out of their comfort zone a little bit. Have fun with it. Don't be a dick about it. Have fun with it. You know, bring in a Gap Band song. You know, bring in a slate. Depends on a jam open mic thing. It could be just all blues or classic rock. Bring in you really got me. Stuff like that. That's a jam night open mic type song. So guys like playing that one. So that's a good one, and it's easy too, and it's easy to sing. I think for the singer and stuff. What's my thoughts on Paul McCartney bass lines? Uh, yeah. I mean, everybody recognizes Paul McCartney as a great bass player. I love "Come Together" though. I think that's my favorite. And "Oh Blah Dee Da," what's it called? "Oh Blah Dee Da Da" or something like that. I love that bass line too. I never played that one, but those two are my favorite Paul McCartney bass lines. Um, what's that other one? I Saw Her Standing There. I like doing that song. I like doing "I Want to Hold Your Hand." Um, I like playing "Let It Be," even though that's not really a bass song. I like playing that one. Um, those are all cool songs. Um, I don't get to play a lot of Beatles songs though. Those are the only. What did I mention? Like 5 songs. Those are the only ones I've really played, except the "Oh Blah Dee Blah Da," whatever it's called. I've never played that one. I just like that bass line. One day I want to do a video on it, but then I'm afraid it'll be blocked. Like just like I want to do Pink Floyd stuff, but I know it's going to be blocked. Because I tried to do a reaction video to a Pink Floyd song back last year, and it got blocked. I mean, like completely blocked. Do not show this video. Being demonetized is one thing where they still let you show the video. That's okay. But this one's like, no, you're not playing doing a reaction video to this song. No. So, never have it. Ola, it's called "Ola Dee Da." No, it's not. It's "Oh Blah Dee Da," something like that. There's a blah in there somewhere. Blah, it's something like that. Both you and me are wrong, man. Let's see here. He plays everything with everyone at a casino. They say they would play old school funk and some Selena. Oh, yeah. What's the name of the band? I want to look them up. What's the name of that band? That sounds pretty much like what we do. We don't play any Selena, but we do some Latin stuff. Yeah, let me know the name of the band. I'm always interested in checking out other bands and what they got going. You know. Another thing I do too, I try chord shapes. You know, I don't ever do this stuff on gigs really, but I play around with different things. Challenge myself. Who are the rock basses you like? I like you know, Cliff Burton, Metallica. I like the guy they got now. His name escapes me right now. He's really good. Robert. His name's Robert. I like him from back in the day when he was with Suicidal Tendencies and that other group. But I like him. Hard rock basses. Now metal, I don't know any metal basses, like real metal, like metal. I don't know any of those guys. But I appreciate everybody. Everybody's doing their thing, man. Everybody's doing their thing. So I just know a few of them. Most of the bass players I know are classic rock basses. I wouldn't consider them hard rock basses. The guy from Aerosmith. I like, Hamilton. You'd have to name groups, and I could tell you. What's up, James? Let me see what else is here. Man, I already. Yeah, Michael Anthony's cool. I don't know why he don't get no respect though, man. I think he's a good bass player, but he don't get no respect, especially if when his from his vein. All they talk about with Michael Anthony is his background singing. What's up with that? They say they don't talk about his bass playing. They talk about his background singing, his singing. But nobody really talks about his bass playing. I think he's a solid bass player. I think he's solid. That's what you want in a bass player. He plays bass. He's not out there trying to, you know, battle with Eddie on, taking up Eddie's spot. You know. There you go, Sean. There you go. That's the name of the song. Oh blah dee, oh blah da. That's it. See? That's it, man. That's it. Yep. Oh blah dee, oh blah da. I like that bass line. But yeah, Marco Anthony needs more respect, man. I didn't think he was treated well in Van Halen. For some reason, I don't think the two brothers liked him too much. I don't know why. That's why he plays with Sammy all the time now. So I don't get it. I don't know. It's just band drama, you know. So they didn't give him no respect. And they seem even if you listen to old Van Halen albums, they had him low in the mix. You don't hear a lot of bass. It's there, but it's not pumped up. It's not prominent, you know. It's kind of like buried a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. I think they should have gave him more love, more Michael Anthony love on the bass. Yeah, he's good. Um, and he sings too. So I never heard him sing any lead, but he's definitely a great background singer. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep, I could see that. Yep. So what's your favorite Michael Anthony bass line? Tell me what you think. What would be your favorite Michael Anthony bass line out of all the songs he's done with the stuff with Sammy and in the Van Halen stuff? What's your favorite Michael bass line? Bass is the heartbeat of the band. That's for sure. So you said your teacher's name is Donnie. Animated jukebox. I have to look them up. Let me see where they're at. I'm gonna have to check out some of their stuff. Jukebox. Let me see. Okay. I see them. They played at Sandia Casino. Where's Sandia Casino at, though? Where's that located? Albuquerque. Okay, New Mexico. So is that the band's from New Mexico? But yeah, there's some video of them on YouTube. I have to check that out and see what the dealio is. But they look pretty good. Is he? I assume he's the bass player in the band, right? You got these guitar players teaching bass. I just want to make sure we talking about the same person. Let's see. Everybody wants some. Yep. Gospel bass lines. Not really. I don't know any. I'm a heathen, man. Not that I don't like the music. I just never really played it. So I can't comment on something I don't know much about. I know there's some great gospel bass players. I can learn a gospel song because I treat every song the same. You know, if it's a gospel song, if it's a hard rock song, if it's a jazz song, you know, I approach it the same way. So I would have to listen to it, and like talked about in my practice routine earlier in this live stream, I would listen to it and figure it out. Okay, I would use my ears first and figure out the structure of the song, and then I'd go back and work on it. And if I got stuck on anything, then I'd start using my tools, slowing down the bass line, slowing down the song, or find the charts or whatever to, fix those parts that I know that are not right. So that's how I would approach a gospel song that I didn't know, a hard rock song, or an R&B song. That's how I approach any song, right? I sit there and listen to it and figure it out. You know, some songs I can learn some songs, and by the time the song ends, I would have learned it. There's some songs that easy, and then some songs would take me days because I can't hear or get this one part. You know, so it just depends. Some guys are really quick and they can just figure stuff out in a matter of minutes. I can on certain things. Okay, you know your limitations on some things. So sometimes I have to go back and figure stuff out. And so, but yeah, if you got a gospel song in mind that for me to check out, let me know. Let me know if it's a popular one though, especially if I'm gonna make a video of it. It's gotta be a popular one, like one that's gonna get some views. Because I want to make sure people that are interested in the song watch it. That kind of thing. I learned on bass by watching you and Morris Man. Yep, yep. Morris Man, I think he plays guitar and bass, right? Yep. I'm aware of his channel. Yep. He's been around a long time. Yeah, so I know he plays bass and guitar. Yeah, so and there's a lot of guys out there that teach. There's guys out here on YouTube who are great bass players, but they don't teach you anything. They just play something and then, that's it. But if you want to learn something, you come to my channel, you go to Morris Man, there's a few other ones out there that actually teach you how to play. Okay. So, or teach you a song. Like say you got a gig coming up and you just got somebody called you last minute for a gig and there's a song on the set list that you don't know. And you're like, oh shit, I got to go to YouTube and find somebody playing this song. And then you'll find this song and there'll be a lot of guys playing it. And then you have to sit there and rewind the video 50 times because they don't teach you anything. They don't tell you what they did. And I was guilty of that in the beginning of my channel. I didn't do a lot of teaching. Okay, I did demonstrate it, but I didn't really break it down. So it took me a little while to figure it out. But I got it right. Booker T and the MGs. I only know one song by them, Green Onion. That's the only one I know. Do 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 do. That's the only song I know about them. That's the only one that I've ever been asked to play. But yeah. Yeah, Booker T and the MGs, that was a great R&B band back in the day. What else is out there? Yep, New Mexico, yep. So, Sam, what type of bass do you play? What you play bass? What kind of bass do you have? 4-string, 5-string, what brand? If you know the model, let us know. I'm interested. I'm interested in what everybody. What put in the chat. What's your go-to bass that you guys have? Is it passive? Is it a active? What do you guys use? What's your go-to? 4-string, 5-string. My go-to like here is 4-string. Even though I play a lot of 5-string, I like 4-string. that kind of thing. So, let's see the songs I'm gonna work on next. There's a song that was suggested to me by a fella named Floyd that I've been meaning to get to. Is there's a song called "I'm Ready," and it's a song from I think it's from the '70s. It was a great tune back in the '70s. So let me see if some of you old school folks remember this one. Let me play a little bit of it. Let me turn it down a little bit. So I'm putting together a clip that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna make a video on this song. Hopefully it doesn't get flagged because I'm not using the actual lyrics and the rest of the song. Just that little section. I cut out a minute section, and I'm just gonna let me turn this up a little bit. Let me see if I can get this. Turn this up a little bit. All right. So I'm gonna be working on that song. I gotta tighten it up just a little bit more. There's a couple little spots that I gotta work on. So that's coming to you soon. That song's called "I'm Ready" by a group called Kano, Kano. All right. So I gotta work on that one. Get the bridge down, all that stuff. Sean plays a Squire Jazz Bass 4 and 5. Yep, I got both of those, man. Mark plays P bass, Nikki 6 Blackbird. Ooh. Ooh. 4-string on it. All right. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's those are great. Those are great. See, I had this bass and then behind me, let me see if I don't get tangled up too much. Let me see. Right here is a Marcus Miller jazz bass. This is where I do all my funk stuff. Because jazz bass to me is the funk bass, right? This is 4-string. It's got Bartolini pickups. It does active and passive, right? I think I talked about this bass in my last live stream. But, you know, and there's a couple other basses I'm going to show you guys in the future that I use a lot. And then who knows, I might demonstrate that acoustic bass back there. So, but I think that's it for me today, y'all. Thanks again for watching. Sam, Mark, Sean, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Everybody watching, I appreciate you. Anybody's going to be watching later on, I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate you watching. Who else? There was somebody else that popped in here a little earlier. What happened to them? What was that name? James. Thanks for watching, James. And so I'm going to get started on these songs. I'm going to eat me a little lunch. Then I'm going to get started on working on these songs. Blackbird has no tuning knobs. Let me pull that up. So you said it's a Nikki 6 from Motley Crue Nikki 6. Now you consider, Mark, do you consider Nikki 6 a great bass player? I've heard mixed reviews on Nikki 6. What do you think? But I'm going to look at that bass. Nikki 6. Actually, let me switch. Let me switch displays here. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. All right, let's do this. Nikki 6 Blackbird. So it's a Schecter. Let me see if I can get a close-up picture of it. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, no knobs. Pickup selector. Pickup selector. And a kill switch. Huh. How does that sound? Is it good? Is that a good sound on that bass? Let me kill that. So let me see here. All right. Let me take this over here so I can see. And then go back to Nikki. Nikki 6. Wow. So Mark, it has a great sound. Oh, okay. It growls, huh? Wow. I'm gonna have to pull up a YouTube video on that so I can hear how it sounds. I never heard of this bass. Now I have a Schecter bass that I did a review on that's been sitting that I'm gonna release probably today. Uh, and then but it's a Schecter 5-string Apocalypse bass, and it's a 5-string, like I said. But what's cool about it, it's all passive. Most 5 strings are active, but this is a passive bass, and it sounds great. And it's got it's got two pickups on it, but it's got these switches on it. You can change the way the pickups are from series, in series to parallel. You can change the sound. You can do a lot of sounds, but a lot of metal and hard rock guys play this bass. But I bought it because I like the way it looked, I like the way it sounded, and I like the fact that it's passive. So I did look for that video to come out on the Schecter 5-string Apocalypse. That should be coming out real soon. So yeah, I have to listen to Nikki 6. I mean, the stuff I heard, he's kind of like Michael Anthony to me. He's kind of buried in the mix, so you don't hear a lot what he can do. And I don't know. So I have to listen to more of their stuff. I like Motley Crue though. I like a lot of their songs. So yeah, when you talked about metal bass players earlier, yeah, Nikki 6, those guys. The guy from Guns N' Roses, Duff. Yeah, I like him too. Yeah, he's good. I like his bass playing, especially what he did on "Sweet Child of Mine" and "Welcome to the Jungle." I like those. So, all right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll probably be back next week for another live stream, another one on Saturday, right before our live stream on Facebook. And if you got any questions for me before then, let me know. Suggestions for topics on the live stream, let me know. Thanks again for this, Mark, for the super chat. Note the pinky clip. He uses a pick and locks his pinky. Is that what that thing is right there? This thing right here? Is that what that is? Pinky clip? I've never seen nothing like that before. I was looking at this picture and I was like, what is that bracket right there? Pinky clip. I'm going to have to pull up a picture of Nikki 6. Playing. Okay, there's some demos of it. Yeah, these are all. I just want pictures. Okay, that's not the same bass. That one has knobs on it, so I'm gonna have to find the one with this new bass and see what it is. But yeah, that's a cool looking bass. Yeah, that one has knobs on it too. So I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to find it, man. I'm gonna watch some of these demos of these young guys on YouTube playing it. I want to see how it sounds. That's an interesting concept. No knobs, pickup selector, and a kill switch. Turn it on and off. Interesting. I like it. So, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thanks again. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Keep playing that bass, man. Keep playing. Keep playing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Practice, practice, practice. Even if it's only for 10, 15 minutes a day. Pick the bass up. Get get your hands, especially your left hand, get it used to fretting the fingerboard, and use all the fingers. Use all the fingers, up and down. Okay, make sure you guys do that. Um, Play along with your favorite songs. You know, if you want to practice, download an app like the iRealB where you can play along with chord progressions. You know, use tools like that. Use the online tools, the websites that you can play bass to and play along with them. You know, do whatever you can. Do whatever you can right now. So, all right, let's see. Before I get out of here, Sean, so can I get an idea of where you are at San Francisco and how far from downtown San Francisco? I live in the suburbs, man. I grew up in San Francisco, though. I live out in the East Bay, you know, in the Oakland area, out that way. Not in Oakland, but on that side. So that is it, y'all. I don't want to give my exact location because, you know, there's some crazy ass people out here, you know, but just say I'm near Oakland. Um, what else? I think that's it. So I'll catch y'all next time and have a safe week, everybody. Later.